this is Cuberized and welcome to my All the Mods 11 Let's Play. Well, last episode we did a little bit with Theurgy and set up this in the magic area we have over here. And we also went off and collected our templates for all the modium and vibranium. So here we want to pick up where I left off and go ahead and set up a way to extract the mercury shards from the distiller and put them up in that barrel. And I was close. I had the right idea that there had to be. I'm spelling Theurgy wrong again. There we go. So we actually need to use one of these two filters. This is where you can list off the exact things you want to allow or not. And this is actually using attributes. So they're similar but different. And I think we're going to go ahead and create them both because we get quite a few here. And they are not terribly expensive. This needs a mercury shard, which I have. And this one takes a mercury shard and a feather with paper. So what we want to do is just make sure that we're only extracting mercury from here. So that would be an easy thing to do here with a list. And there. So shift right click and you get the mercurial list filter, and what I want to say is I want to allow, which is this is toggled on. This would be toggled on now, so wherever the green is toggled on. Ignore data, and I want to allow mercury, which let me get mercury from here. That's it, just mercury. Because we want to leave anything I'm piping into here staying in there. I only want to get the mercury out. Okay, and we want to allow mercury to be piped out and save filter. And then we want to have that inserted here. And so I can now connect this to this, and if I check in here, I'm getting seeds. What the heck? Maybe I have to do it on the insert. Well, that's clearly not removing. Okay. If I do the same thing again, I'll remove the wire. So let me try the filter again. Ah, I didn't put the filter on it. Well, that would be a thing. I set up the filter, but I didn't add the filter. So my bad on that one. Let's try this again. Let me clear this out so I'm sure that this is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. So let's actually start this all over again. Let's get this off of here. All right, so we put the extractor where we want to export things. So we're going to take from here out. That's where we want to go in. We want to put just the mercury shards. So we have a filter. I guess I could do this over here. Yes. So I'm going to have this allow list only mercury shards to come out. And then I take that and add it to where I want it to go. And so I'm only going to let mercury come out from here. And then I want to connect this with that. Now I should be able to look, and the only thing here is just more. Yes, I have a lot more. Okay, perfect. And I probably pulled all my seeds out from over here. Pretty much. I don't want those in there. Oh, I got beetroot seeds in there. That was not one of the acceptable ones. Do I have more beetroot seeds in here? Yeah, I do. Let me get those out of there. Do I have any other seeds in here? I still have a ton of seeds, so I was just trying to get... We've got fire, we've got seeds. Why are we not doing... There we go. I thought we could do beet, though. Let me get a big stack. And we'll just double check. Because you have to convert, I think it's 3 seeds for 1 shard. If it's not a multiple of 3. Oh, no, it looks like, okay, here, we're at 16. Now we're at 13, yeah, so it's going to take 3 at a time, and because these are special, because they're not all they've got the attributes on them, they're not going to stack in the distiller. So if it gets to a weird number, it could stop. Like right there. Okay, that makes more sense with what it's doing. So yes, it will take beet, but it's got to be a multiple of 3. Or it's going to have a problem. So these two would be a problem because they won't stack. But these I can put in. Okay, so if I ever come around and this thing is not bouncing around, then it probably has a weird amount of seeds in it. Alright, so that is doing its mercury. We have mercury going in, we have coal going in. Okay, so that's wonderful. So next we are going to need a way to make well, we're going to need a way to make sulfurs, so which is also going to take coal. So I can put this, this be out of the way. Yeah, probably. So I need another one of these, the heat source, the brazier, which is it here. And I'm doing this outside of my crafting. Okay. That's fine. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to move the coal here or there. So let's make the, and I think I'm okay here in the corner as long as I stay tied up over here. I need to make the liquefaction, which is this guy. And all right, let's go back in here. So what this will do is it will also take coal. I'm going to need some more of those. Yeah, I'm going to need more of those things. Let me in fact put, yeah, that's all the seeds I have. I have a ton of seeds. And this isn't all of them. This is just some of them. So again, let me make these again. We're going to need to move around more coal. Probably didn't need to, but that's okay. Let me set up this here. I'm moving the coal because these both will need coal. And I'm going to get, this is the extractor. And I guess it doesn't really matter where I put it. And this is the inserter. Let's take the coal out of here. Yeah, and this will work a lot better. So I'm going to remove the wire by doing a shift, right click on both these, and then I can take this and I can get rid of this. And I can get rid of that and put it over here. All right, so my coal's in here. So if I do this, then I can also do this. And there we go. Both are now going to get coal. Now what we want to put in here is whatever item you want to make into a sulfur. So for example, let's do a diamond. And I'm going to put that in here. And then, why do I feel like I need, oh, I need the other thing. Let's do this here. Okay, so this needs I need the, you put the item in here, but you also have to put in a liquid. So the next thing we need to do is make, I'm going to move this away a little bit. We need to make the liquid version of those pipes, those connectors. And so that's what this one is, fluid inserter and fluid extractor. So very similar, it just uses blue dye, and I'm not in my thing here. And then the reverse is this. Yeah, extractor inserter. Okay, now we want to insert the fluid in here. So it's liquefaction, so there should be liquid going in here. So there's going to be liquid going in here, and then whatever items we put in here, and that will make a sulfur. And I'm going to need some more barrels. And we're going to take out whatever items are in here. And I'm going to need that Theurgy thing again. The input. Yes. And so we're going to input from whatever's in here into here. And so I'm going to connect this to this. So when I go to make sulfurs, I'm already going to have the coal going down here to provide heat. Then from here, I just put in whatever items I want in here, and they will pull in here one at a time, or one item, however many there are, at a time. So if I have 3 diamonds, it'll pull all 3 in. If it's got a stack, it'll pull a stack in. But it'll go through, and each different item will go through here, and then I want to be able to extract here, the input in here the liquid, and then I want the result to come out and go somewhere. Do I have another chest by the way? I do. And I will put it here for the time being. So I'm going to need another extractor. And again, I'm not doing it in here. And another inserter. Okay, so then we go from extracting here and inserting over here. Put it here for the time being. So what I want to extract is going to need a filter, and I'm going to use this other filter, I think. Okay, so let's add a reference item. Do I have, first of all, do I even have any sulfur? I may not. So I'll look, but I don't think I do. I don't. Not the alchemical kind that I need. So we'll hold off on setting up the extract for the time being, because I don't want to have it start pulling out the diamond that I put in there. So let's make what we need, the liquid. So we've been finding these Sal Ammoniac, the pink crystals. We want to turn this into this, which is this liquid, this hot pink liquid. So we're going to go back to, because that's what we're going to put in. You put in this the hot pink liquid into the liquefaction, and you're literally going to have a chemical reaction where that is going to combine with whatever item you introduce and make a sulfur. And you need these sulfurs as a basis of what you want to create. I think I'm saying that right. So we are looking for the, okay, we got that. That's not what it is. That's not what I want. Nope. No. Where is the probably the last thing I'm touching here. I need a tank and an accumulator. This is, nope, no. Everything but what I need. Those are the pedestals. That's not it. I will need those, but not right now, because that's what we're going to use later. Oh, there it is. There's the accumulator, and there's the tank. Okay, this is the accumulator. This is what we need. So, I just thought they were bigger than that. That's why I couldn't see them. Thought this was bigger. It's very tiny. Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess we can put it there. So there's the tank. So that is where the pink liquid will end up. This is the accumulator, and we need to put water in here and the pink crystals. So just for ease, I'm going to get another barrel that I will get out of here. And I will get a sink that I will make a new one. That's okay. I need a bucket of water, which should be there. Okay, so I'm going to just use a sink because it's infinite water. Might as well. It's easy. Put that there for now. And I will put this, might as well go up here again. Okay, then I'm going to grab my crystals. We don't have too many, but that's okay. Yeah, these cannot be grown. These are not, well, no, they can't. Yeah, that's no seeds. All right, so we've got this. So we have this, we want to have these. We need more of those input outputs. And now I had that. Okay. So I want to extract the crystals from here and put the crystals in, yeah, there. And then I want to extract water. Yep, So I'm going to need another set of these. So I want to extract water from here. And thankfully we can make as many or as few of these as we need. There it is, inserter. And I'm not in here again. Let's see. Fluid inserter. I think I need another extractor for fluids. And because I used that one, this one. So we're going to put crystals and water in here. And then we're going to have an outcome here, which is going to be in this tank. And let's hook this up. Oh, see, it just filled up with water. You can see the blue liquid in there. This is all blue now. And yeah, it's got the crystals in there, and it just dropped water, and it's pink. So it would be nice if that was turned. I don't know if I lose the contents by picking it up. Yes, I do. And yes, it didn't turn. Okay, but we can see it's in there. So this is going to keep making this liquid. This liquid, I mean, it's full. It's done. We're finished. Finito. But going back to this, we have our diamond in there, and now we need to get our liquid in there. So we're going to extract our pink liquid from here to there. And now, hopefully, you can see it just finished. We got a sulfur. Now I need, yeah, now that I have a sulfur, let me grab the sulfur. So I've got the sulfur. You can just you don't have to have all these wires, but this is how you automate this. So I picked up a sulfur out of the Liquefaction Cauldron. And this is a diamond. It's precious in gems, but it's a sulfur. And so what I want to do is see if I can make, I think if I do this, it's going to say precious or tag alchemical sulfurs, gems. I don't really want chemical sulfurs and niters, alchemical sulfurs precious, alchemical sulfurs. That's what I want. So I just want alchemical sulfurs to come out of there. Well, it's going to do all of these. And the one I really want is that one. Okay. And then if I do that, then I can do that here. Did it actually... Oh, I had them stacked. That's why. There was 9 of them. Okay. Yeah, so it's match any alchemical sulfur. So this is right. So yes, I want to save that. I've got that on here. Now we're going to smack that there. And if I do, I need to put something else in there. So let's do, say, netherite. Let's do netherite. And then if I connect this to this, and there's my netherite. So this is working. I just pulled out my sulfur and didn't pull out anything else. So now I can feed any items I want into here, into this box right here, and it will convert them into alchemical sulfurs because I've got everything going on, doing what it's doing. So why do we need the sulfurs? Well, that's the next part. So this is going well. This is feeding everything. Let's see how we're doing on seeds. Yeah, it's fine. We've got plenty of seeds. This is going. This is connected. We have water going into here, crystals going into here. The result going, the pink liquid, the Sal Ammoniac fluid going into here, and dissolving in with whatever items we feed it to get our sulfurs, which go into here. So over here, we can do the next grouping of things for Theurgy. Oh, let's actually pause and claim some Theurgy stuff. So let's see if we actually did what we were supposed to be doing. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did that. Okay, so we've got the copper wire that we've been using. We've moved fluids. Oh yeah, we get some more of these sticks. We've moved items. Yeah, we'll probably use that. If you're running wires a distance, you can use one of these connection nodes. We haven't made one yet. To go further, we've made both kinds of filters. And we made the wrench. And we've made shards. Incubator, mercurial. No, I haven't done this yet. Let's make this real quick, just so that we have it, because chances are we're going to need it at some point. So this allows us to span distances a little bit greater. So if in case, let's say we wanted to run some water over here, we might not be able to make it with one of these. Did I run out of wire? Speaking of wire, I seem to have run out of wire. Yeah, so we may not be able to get it all the way over there. So what we can do is use one of these as an interim stopping spot. And yeah, so that is a way to stretch. And I think these things work with any machines. I don't think it has to be Theurgy. So if you like the look of it and you want to try it out on something else, yeah, you can use it. Okay, so back over here. Let me put that away. I'll keep those. So what we want to do now is we want to be able to take the we want to be able to make niter, and I will need water. So this is good to be able to do this. So we need something called a fermentation vat, which looks like a yellow barrel. We need any kind of sulfur. So I'm going to go with something that's easy. So let me go grab like wheat or something that I've done. Carrot wheat. Wheat's easy. And fermentation vat. And there we go. So now we have the fermentation vat. So this means the vat is open. When you shift right, you can't close it because there's nothing in it. When you shift right click, you should be able to close it if there's valid ingredients inside of it. There isn't anything in there, so it won't let me close it. What we want to put in it is well, we want to make something. Well, there's a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to use the way where we make a starter. A starter is this. So if you want to ferment something, like if you've ever heard of making sourdough bread, you use a sourdough starter to make it. Well, we're using this to get the fermentation going. And how to do this is in a vat, which we just made, you put sugar and something else. And then you wait a few seconds and you get this fermentation starter. So what we can use is sugar and pretty much anything else we have. And so again, we can use, we might be able to use seeds again. I'm not sure, but we can try. So I have sugar cane, so let's get some sugar. Eventually all these things will come together and we will be able to do magical things. Okay, so I have some sugar. And we're going to need some of our liquid from here. So again, I'm probably going to need to use one of these things. So we're going to need to let me make some more wire here. Where is it? There it is. And I'm going to, let me make one more grouping. I'm going to undo this because this is an extract. I'm going to put it here and then I can use it for both directions. So I'm going to do this to remove the wire, and then I will do, that's item, there's this. Put this here, and then connect this to that, and this is really kind of far away. I don't know if I can stretch it this far, but we're going to see if we can. And if not, I have one of those things all the way over here. Yep, it works. So I'm going to be putting liquid in here, and it's going in right now. So we're getting the pink liquid in here. I'm going to want to put sugar in here, and I'm going to want to put some other item, and I know that we're going to see if we can use seeds. I don't know if that will work or not, but since I have an abundance, that would be nice. And I'm going to grab these and try it, and if it works, then I will link it up, and if it doesn't, I'll figure out something else. So if I put in here, let's put in 1 piece of sugar. Okay, it's got 1 sugar, it's got a lot of liquid. If I put this in, are we making anything? No. Oh wait, we are. I had to close it. My bad. Okay, so we just made 20 fermentation starters. And so the good news is I can use it. The bad news is I don't think I can get that all the way over here. And plus I would need to, let's do item inserter. And we'll do this here. And we'll see if I can get this all the way from over here to over here. Weird, but yes, it's yeah, let me undo that for a second. Let's can I put only to keep it visible and so I can see what's going on. There. Well, that's still very low. I don't like that it's going down underneath, so we will do this. There we go. But now I can see where it's going. Okay, so we are going to be filling this up now with seeds. So I should be able to do, okay, now I didn't put much sugar in. So if I put in I may have filled up everything, and that's going to be a problem. Yeah, it's going to keep coming. Let me remove that. There's too much in here and of all the wrong things. I need to get the sugar in here. Okay. All right, so I've got sugar, seeds, and that. So I should be, now let me see if I can actually get this. Yeah, it's probably going to put more seeds in because I haven't closed it yet. Yeah, it's not a valid recipe. Yep, let me get this off of here. All right, just a little bit of finagling to do with this because again, it's not all one thing. Okay, so I have some seeds. I'm not even sure it likes these seeds. There, now it likes them. I think it's just too many seeds being thrown in there. Hopefully with it being closed. It'll keep going. And I need to, these are both inputs. Technically, one's a liquid, one's a solid, an item. So I can't mess with that. Let me get another barrel. And we will do this. Let me get those filters back. So again, for the time being, let's put this here. I need an item extractor here. I need this. We want to insert into the barrel. And I'm going to use this filter to say this starter. There we go. Okay. So, okay. So far, so good. So we're making all sulfurs with anything I put in this barrel. And then we're making starter down here. Now I need to take the starter and I need to make another. Can I get rid of this? Yeah, I actually could. All right, let's make another vat. And I need another sulfur. Let's get 2 wheat. I'm going to do 2 wheat, 1 to replace the one I did, and 1 to use in the recipe. That's it. Okay. And then I'm going to make myself another vat. Vat. It is this vat. Yeah. Using something inexpensive for the recipes is a good thing. You don't want to be using precious items to use in recipes. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to need to put. Okay, so did I get? I did not. Let me get. Is that an inserter? That's an extractor. I need an inserter. These things aren't flippable, are they? No. Okay. Let's get my. I need a liquid inserter. So what I need to do in this vat, it's going to be different than this. And I have too many seeds in here. Yeah, it won't close. And again, we're running into the same problem. All right, this may not be... Actually, I think this will be good if I can switch and have it come out of the backpack instead. Or just disconnect it for the time being. We'll see. Liquid is what I was trying to do. I want to insert... Yeah, let's go back here. So I want to insert water. And so I already have an extract here. I just put the insert there and I have water and it's filling up with water. And then I want to put the starter that we made that's in here currently. I want to put it in here. So I'm just going to remove this and insert directly in. So let me empty this. Let me remove this wire. Let me remove this barrel. And I will put the insert, and did I get it in here? No. It's inserter, item inserter. I'm going to put that here. Don't need to change the filters. And I will pretend like I'm the barrel and throw in a stack of this. There. I don't know that I can put more in there. No, one stack is it. And then, so in this thing, yeah, this is where we're going to convert the sulfurs that we've made here into niters. And so we're going to have sulfurs and niter. And then what we do with that is we set that up eventually so that we take, well, yeah, let's actually stop this for just a second and go to what we're really trying to achieve here. And I'm going to put it over here near where the sulfurs are, because we're going to be using a lot of the sulfurs. I'm going to need power. So the power is actually the Mercury catalyst, which takes mercury and converts it to power, flux. So I think it says here, yeah, energy source, yeah. And we use it to, you put mercury shards in it and it makes energy. Yay. So we want to make one of these. And I need to do it in here, 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 there. Okay, so I will put this, let me think, this is where we're creating our shards. And we are extracting here and going there. Yes. Okay. So it would be helpful if I had this someplace. So I can actually take this and pipe it right into, I can split it and pipe it into here. So we're going to need another item. We don't need an extractor, we just need an inserter. So I can insert into here from here. Where's the... And we're not doing anything. Why aren't we doing anything? Have we already burned through all of our seeds? No, we didn't. We have to have something weird going on here. Oh, yeah, 2 beetroot seeds is not a multiple of 3. Okay. Let me put this here, and we'll put this there. Okay, so this will do its thing. We should be there we go. It's getting from here. We could actually just grab a bunch of this, which we will do, and just slap it in there. There we go. It's going to process through those shards. But as it generates here and makes, I've got a problem here again. 2 fluffy seeds. Okay, get rid of the fluffy seeds, because it's only 2. There we go. As it's making, it will add more to this, or it will go there, or both. Yeah, I just put 1 in here. So we can eventually eliminate that. But the nice thing is that we can actually put some of the shards in there because we need them for recipes. So now this is here, and we are making our flux, and to yeah, we can actually make, yeah, this is actually something we can do as well, but we don't have to do that right this second. We're using coal and it's working. So this is how we transmit the energy, because there isn't an energy transmitter. We have liquid and we have items. To do energy, you need this guy. So this is going to fill up with energy, and this is going to fill up with energy. So we've got, it's like a battery and a transmitter. And then we need our Reformation gizmos, which are these. No, where are they? There it is. Source, target, and result. So we need to make this, which we need an alchemical sulfur. I'm going to make some more wheat. I can see that this is going to be a thing. Let's make 1, 2, 3. So the first one here is this one. So this is called the source pedestal. And then we have, so yeah, I will get to it 1 second. And then let me make all 3 of these. And it'll actually probably make more sense when we actually do something. So this is the target, and this is the result. Yeah, back here, result, and these are all going to need power. I think I can do it with this. I think I can do it with this. Nope. Is it? Yep, that's what I need. I need this. Keep wanting to use the wrench. No, that's not what I need. There's a way to connect these up without having... I may have to pause again and go look it up. Logistics. Yeah, this is very nice because it takes care of some of those issues. This is a big battery to store things. And I'm still looking here. No. I didn't think that was it. Okay, hold on. I will look it up real quick. Want to get this going so we can actually demo something before the end of the episode. Okay. Helps if I read this properly. Each one of these does something different. This is the one I want. It's to replicate alchemical sulfur, which is what this is doing here. This is the wrong one. So let me make this one. And again, I need an alchemical sulfur. Doesn't matter. Let me grab another wheat. For what we're doing, you just need something. And yeah, this is why we don't necessarily want to use up all these, is we still need some of these crystals for things. Okay, so we have this. So I should be able to take this and I think it's shift. Yes, no? Oh, no, sorry, it's Alt. You hold down the Alt key and you right click and you're selecting all three of these, and then when you place this, it's now linked to these, and okay. So it'll now say it's linked to the source, the target, and the result. So that's exactly what we wanted to have happen. So it will now power these three things. So how these work, and I'm going to do something, let me get some more wheat. I'm going to do something simple first. Let me make... some more of those. So let's say I have an abundance of wheat, and I don't have much carrot and potato. Now these are abundant and they're crops, and it's a trivial example, but I want to give it give it to you so you get the idea. So we put what we want consumed here. Then and you get a glowing that it's been fed. And we put here what we want it to make. And then you get some particles, and then eventually you get a light over here, and we've made carrot. So we've taken one of the wheats that I put in here, actually both of the wheats, and we've made carrot. So I can take and put, now I have 3 carrots. I can still get this one out of here. So I have 3 carrots. Now I can put a carrot in here, and not all of them. Let's just put one. So I can put 1 carrot in here and a potato here, and I'll convert a carrot to a potato. So how this can be handy is converting redstone into glowstone. That works. Whatever you put here gets used up. This you can get back because it's a reference of what it's going to make. You want to destroy this to make this, and the result is here. And hopefully that makes sense. So this is just straight trading similar things for similar things. So you could trade, for example, since we have it, and if you hold down, if you're looking at your inventory, see where this is sulfur, if I hold shift down, you see it looks like a potato. And you can see what all these items look like. And if you let go, it looks like it's sulfur again. But if you're trying to find an item, sometimes this is easier. So if I wanted to make, say, more gold, I can actually convert silver, which is a rare metal, to gold, which is another rare metal. For the same thing, I can take all the modium, which is a precious metal, and convert it to unobtainium, which is a precious metal. Netherite is also a precious metal. So you can go netherite to unobtainium. Now you do have to have one of each of these to be able to craft into it. So in other words, if I want to be able to make unobtainium, I have to have an unobtainium sulfur. Otherwise it won't work because it won't know what you want to convert to. And I have seeds that actually grow all of this now. But if I didn't have, if I only found a little bit of these, and even still if I look, I don't have a lot of unobtainium essence. So if I look at netherite, so I've got 48,000 netherite essence. And if I look at unobtainium, I haven't made the seeds yet. So have I made vibranium? I haven't made the vibranium seeds yet either. I have. No, that's vibrant alloy. I have not. So let's say I want to make some additional unobtainium. So I can make a bunch of netherite alchemical sulfurs and then convert it into unobtainium. How is that for cool? So I put the, oops, I don't want that. I want this. So I put the netherite here. You can see it says 1 alchemical sulfur netherite. And I put the unobtainium here. And the result will come out here. And why aren't we going? Come on, this should be... Yeah, it's getting power. I'm not happy that these things are overlapping each other, but let's see what... can we not... Yeah, can we not get this, though? That's the liquefaction. That's how we got this. That's how we got the sulfur, which is fine. But how do we... We should be able to. Yeah, if we use this, not that way. If I use this in the Reformation, anesium, so that's talking about using it here. So I can convert anesium target pedestal. Yeah, so the target pedestal will make anesium if I put, that's the result, the source, the target. Yeah, so I use this as a source. Okay, so why is... Can I not get unobtainium that way? Huh, I may not be able to get... It might just not be something that's in Theurgy yet. Because it's an all the mods metal, it might not have a recipe for it. Yeah, we wouldn't want to put that here, because you wouldn't want to use unobtainium to make netherite. So I'm not seeing where unobtainium is a result. Okay, well, unfortunately, this is not working. So that's kind of a problem. I would have thought that would have worked. Yeah. So one of the things, if you're trying to work on occultism and you need anesium, you can get it then by using one of the other ones, which would be probably netherite. So I can use netherite to make anesium, and I can grow netherite from seeds. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that one. Yeah, because I don't, I'm disappointed that these other ones are not in here. I would have thought you would have been able to make it. Okay, so we can take netherite. I can make an abundance of netherite. So we put the netherite here. We put the anesium here. We get the particles. And we should get anesium here. Yes, I got it, and I got it. So I have 2 anesium now. One that I used to make the copy, and the other one was the result. And the netherite is now gone. So that's how this works. And it's very easy to put, if you find an item that you want and you find something else that it's compatible with. So if we do, what's another one that I have trouble finding? Anesium is a good one. Aldemodium would have been great, and I'm not. It's here, but how do we... In Reformation, it's used here to get netherite or anesium. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, this is the only way to actually get it. Okay, so no, not possible at this point. I don't know if it's ever going to be possible, but at least from this point we can move things around in different ways. And I don't think some of this stuff would actually have it's just some of the stuff is a little too cryptic. Yeah, melodic was one I found that's a melodic alloy that isn't... Yeah, this is going to have a limited list. How about platinum? Eggplant, no. Platinum, yes. Platinum is rare. Crimson is easy to find in the nether. Azure silver, I believe, is from the end. Gold. Gold is easy. You can grow it, and so gold can be converted into azure silver and crimson iron and gold, but that's a whole nother thing. I have no idea why you'd want to take gold and make gold. Iridium. If you need iridium, that's another one that isn't that common. Platinum is not that common. Silver's, I mean, I say not that common by you have to go poking around to find it. Silver's in the same category. Uranium and uranite. So, again, if you need something and you don't have it, you can convert it using this method, especially if any of that stuff doesn't have seeds for mystical agriculture. And like anesium does not. And that is how you go about this. Now, what you do with these sulfurs, these, once you have them, so it's like, great, I've got a sulfur farnesium, but it's a sulfur. Well, how we deal with that, I will get into in the next episode. And this one's already running long. So, if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I do read and reply to everything. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe so you can get alerted to new content as I make it available. And if you have enjoyed, I would appreciate it if you could give me a like. It does help me out quite a bit and helps me boost my channel. So I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm trying to grow my channel. And this is Cuberized signing off. Everybody have a great one. Take care.